Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today's video is a Feature Friday video. That is where I take one inexpensive crafty product and see how many ways I can use it. In today's episode, we're going to talk about washi tape. Now, if you buy a pack of washi tape, you can spend about 10 bucks or so, which can make each roll under $2. And if you buy an individual roll, you'll probably spend slightly more. But all in all, washi tape is an inexpensive product. So we're going to see how many ways we can play with this. I'm using this package from Vicky Bouton, and I will have links for you in show notes for any products that are still available. The first thing I'm going to do is cut down a sheet of just regular letter size cardstock into 3 by 4 inch journal cards, and I have a cutting template. If you don't want to math, you can just follow along with my template and do that. And you can get 6 journaling cards out of a sheet of cardstock. So let's go ahead and jump into the first way to use washi tape. Now, as I'm using all these journaling cards, I am going to treat them as such, as actual journaling cards. So here I am stamping on some lines to 2 of these journaling cards, and one of them I'm doing both sides. And then we are going to use washi tape to create a hinge for these journaling cards. So I'm going to use a wide washi tape variety, and I'm going to tape it to the front, fold it over the back, and this doesn't have to be exactly even on both sides, so no measuring required. And then on the inside, I'm going to do the same thing with the washi tape spanning across the 2 pieces. And then when I fold it, you can see I have a hinged journaling card. Now I'm going to use a washi tape to add a little pull tab so that that can help me lift and close my hinged tab. And a great place to put this on a scrapbook layout is right at the top of a page protector so that you have easy access to it. For way number 2 to use washi tape, we are going to create a pocket. And I'm going to use this little circle punch to create a thumb notch on our pocket so that we can pull in and out an item. Now, as I'm doing this, note that I am doing this particularly as journaling card sizes and styles, but you can always do this with photos and with larger sheets of cardstock or pattern paper. So feel free to mix it up with your different supplies. So for this pocket, I am just going to tape over the edges of the 2 journaling cards. One is just a solid one and one has that notch punched in it. And then I will trim off the bits of tape that are left over. And then I have a 3rd journaling card here with the journaling lines on it, and I trim it down and it will slide easily in and out of that pocket. So let's move on to way number 3. For way number 3, we're going to talk about photo mats. So I have this small photo here, and I'm going to mark the corners of the photo, and then I'm just going to use strips of washi tape around those marks that I measure, and I only have those marks there so that I don't use more washi tape than I need. And the nice thing about washi tape is I covered up my mark so I could easily lift it up and see where my mark is and put my piece down. And then you have a mat for your photo. Now, because I am going to use these journaling cards in projects later, I'm going to go ahead and trim it down and save it for another project. So way number 4 is to make some photo corners. Now here is my little photo, and I just line up some nice decorative washi tape up against the point of that corner. And then once I have all the corners done, and you don't have to do them all, I just fold the washi tape to the back, and that creates a nice little triangle shaped photo corner. Now you could certainly do that with journaling cards and other items as well. For way number 5, we're going to talk about stripes and plaids. Now stripes is probably a pretty obvious choice, and that's what the shape of washi tape kind of leads us into doing. If you like to make stripes, you can go all the way across a page, or you can do portions of a page, so just keep in mind that you have some options there. But you could also carry it further and do some plaid effects here by sending a contrasting washi tape the other direction. And again, you can work on a whole card or scrapbook layout, or you can work in small sections. Now here I am, I'm going to create a plaid, but I'm going to do this a little bit more mathy and a little bit more time consuming. So I am putting these strips across one direction and just pressing them down to the background grid there, and then I'm going to move them out of my way because we're going to weave these together. So on the top, I am going to do the same thing with contrasting color going the other direction. Once I have all the pieces in place, I'm going to start working my washi tape over and under. So that first piece goes over the blue and under the next strip over and under until I make it to the end. And then I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to go under and then over and then under and then over until I get to the end. And I will only press down my washi tape as I reach past the point where I'm no longer going to need to be lifting it to weave it. When you reach the end of your weaving, you can either tuck and tape the extra pieces under, or you can trim them off with scissors. So this is a fun, more traditional plaid effect that you can do with your washi tape. While we're still talking about stripes, have you ever thought about using washi tape as journaling lines? So I've got my card and I pulled from my stash a very thin level of washi tape. And while you can do this with thicker washi tape, I think it works best with really thin stuff. And I found this fun washi tape on Amazon, and if I can still find it, I will throw a link in the show notes. So I am using my grid paper to give myself some lines that are evenly spaced, and then I will just throw on some journaling, and this is a fun way to spruce up your words. For way number 7, we're going to do a decorative variation on the stripe, and that is to create some ruffles. So here I am just giving myself an extra edge that is decorative, but with this wider tape, I am going to pleat it and crease it and tuck it as I move across, and that will give me some ruffles, and because it's sticky, it will hold its shape. Now, if some of the edges end up a little more rough than you like it, you can cover it up with some extra tape and create this little ruffle effect. Now I'm going to repeat this at the bottom of my card, and I'm slowing it down a little bit here so you can see how I'm just kind of using my fingers to tuck these pleats along the washi tape as I go. And sometimes it takes a little finessing to get the washi tape to do what you want, but once you've got it down, you can tuck your edges under and then finish it off with some extra decoration. And I think those ruffles are very pretty. For way number 8, we're going to pull out our scissors and we're going to start cutting washi tape. So I pulled off a strip of washi tape and I am just clipping a fishtail banner into this washi tape. And I'm going to layer thicker and thinner and contrasting colors of this washi tape, all with these little fishtail V-shaped banners cut out of the ends of them to give myself a whole banner strip across the top that creates some decoration on these journal cards. Now, as you're watching me do this, I just want to reiterate that any of these techniques I'm showing you, you can take them to a scrapbook page and do them directly on the page, or create them larger or smaller, or do them independently on separate pieces and then attach those pieces onto your page. So keep an open mind about ways you can work with these techniques. For way number 9, we're going to keep those scissors out and we are going to cut apart this washi tape. If you have washi tape that has images on it that could be cut into individual elements, you can turn those into stickers by fussy cutting. Now here I am just directly fussy cutting the tape, and that can cause it to kind of curl and stick to your scissors a little bit, so you could always stick this down to some paper and then fussy cut after the fact. I prefer to do it this way just because I don't want to add an extra layer and an extra step to things, but I know that cutting it can be a little bit of a sticky hassle. The other thing I'm doing here is notice that is a little butterfly that I stuck off to the edge. Because washi tape is narrow and has straight edges, your images might be cut off straight at that edge. Use that to your advantage. You can cut out the images, leaving that flat washi edge, and tape them onto an edge of a journaling card or a photo or a greeting card and let them hang off the edge as if you meant to do that all along. I'm finishing up this journaling card with these stickers, adding some stamped journaling lines, and then if you have washi tape that has words on it, feel free to cut those apart and use those directly as part of a journaling block. We've made it to use number 10, but actually I have an 11th use if you stick around. So for this one, I am going to take my journaling card and I am going to do stripes of washi tape in alternating widths, alternating colors. I'm trying to mix and match patterns and styles so that I can get a variety of washi tape crammed in as close together on this paper. And then I'm going to make sure these are pressed down nice and well. I do have a roller tool that I use, but you could also use a bone folder, and that's important for the next step in this process. As you're seeing, I am punching out various shapes from this washi tape, and I am trying to get as many rows as I can onto a single piece to make these decorative shapes. I am going to glue them straight down, pop some of them up, and get a variety of the shapes. Now, while I am decorating one journaling card, you can certainly use these as independent shapes for your projects, whether that be scrapbook pages, greeting cards, journaling cards, pocket pages, traveler's notebooks, and daily planners. You can do this with all of these. A bonus tip here is to use your washi tape to create monograms. Now, if the letter in the monogram name that you want to do has straight lines, that's easiest. But as you can see here, I use that ruffle technique to create curves to make the letter P. And then I'm sprucing up my journaling card with some of the other techniques we talked about. And then I have a monogram that I can throw onto a project. So let's take a closer look and review all the things we've done. We've punched out shapes, we've made monograms, we've used washi tape as stickers, we've made several kinds of plaids and stripes, we've made ruffles and photo corners and pockets and flip books. That is a lot of things you can do with washi tape. But what if you have some washi tape, especially in a multi-pack, that you don't like? There are ways you can use that as well. You can use it to hold down dies when you're running it through the die cut machine so things don't slip. You can hold pieces together that go with the project before you're ready to glue them down. You can create clusters of embellishments without gluing them down. Put strips of washi tape across all of them and lift them all at once and glue everything. And you can also use washi tape for art techniques like creating stripes across your backgrounds and then painting over them and then gently removing the washi tape to leave behind your painted stripes. So those are some uses for that washi tape that you don't enjoy. I hope this video gave you lots of ideas. If you got something useful out of it, even if it was a small tip, please do give me a like because that does help my channel. And I will be back with more crafty videos for you in the near future, so please do come back.